Howdy folks, how are y'all doing today? Welcome back to Five Head Island. Hope you're all having a wonderful time. Got a bit of glass cooking up in here. Got quite a bit of this black quartz, but guess what? I've already made a block of the stuff. So we're ready to build this. We're ready to build this, and we're ready to continue where we left off last episode. And to all the people who are outraged about the last episode, I understand that it didn't quite go to expectations. Some things popped up that we really didn't expect to have pop up. Hold on, let me grab some conduits here while I continue to give a fake apology to make it sound like I care. Yeah, so things didn't go quite as planned. Wham! Boo-hoo! It's free content. Deal with it. I don't know why I've developed this attitude. There's this salt. I'm just, like, leaking salt all over the place again. It's not normal for me. I don't normally leak salt like this. How? Are we out of... What is this? Is this a thing that we've had before? I think it is. I think we've got some Enderium base right there. But we've also got some fused quartz. Can we just make some basic ones? They don't have to be pressurized for this. This is just a... If anything, this is just like a test project. Proof of concept, if you will, today. Last episode, amongst a whole bunch of other things we did, we built this Reactant dynamo so we could test nether stars in it. And then we remembered that, hey, we might need some water in this thing. So I went and built an aqueous accumulator to get some of that water. It needs to be surrounded by water. Yeah, I can't just put it right there. It has to be, like, submerged in the stuff. I think the only block that can be outside of the water is the one on the top. Get down from there. Maggie, you're a big problem. Maggie, you're causing more issues than any other horse on this island. And there's not that many horses on this island. So you know you're doing... Stop that. Stop that. Stop it. Don't tempt me. Don't taunt me. I'll kill you. I'll eat you. I don't care if I don't get any meat out of it. I'll kill you anyway. I'll pretend. Alright, yeah, it does have some water in it. I don't like where it's placed right here, though. So let's go ahead and break it. Let's fix the world, because it's been broken for a while now. Can we just plop that down right there? Throw this down like so. And Shrek me. Fortunately, there is an easy way out right here. I don't think that there's an easy way over, though, is there? Yes, there is. Look at this. Lovely. Alright, so we've got our aqueous accumulator set up. We're going to set this up to extract always. Pump that into here. And it's not getting anything. We want you to insert. Well, Shrek me. I'd love to read the comments on this one. Rees, you can't put water in there. You can't put water in there, Rees. You gotta put a coolant. Oh my good gosh. I almost guarantee you that someone did point that out in the comments of the last video. And I also guarantee you that that person is in the comments of this video right now because they don't understand the concept of a block recording. They're commenting him, Rees! I told you in the last video! That's not gonna work! Why are you doing it now? Why? As though I have nothing better to do with my time than sit around and intentionally ignore people's otherwise helpful comments. Look, bite me, okay? Hey, everybody. Do you remember that time that I said this thing needed fluid to, like, cool it? I don't know where I got that idea from. What it needs is fluid fuel and a solid reactant. Man, people are going to be upset. I can imagine the outrage now. I'm going to be giving like lots of sassy replies to very angry idiots on the internet that are upset that I didn't know better. Yeah, that's right. I called you all angry idiots. What's your point? Rees! I don't want to watch this! If you don't know what you're doing, it's a waste of my time! Look, just so we're clear, I'm not making fun of all of you. Just some of you. And you know who you are. So apparently we're going to need destabilized redstone, energized glowstone, essence, sewage, sludge, biomass, seed oil, or creosote oil to make this thing work. Now, sludge, I think, comes from like a boiler, like a sludge boiler. Doesn't seem to be a thing in here, though. Right, it's from Mine Factory Reloaded, so it's not going to be in here. What do we have? We've got creosote oil, but there's no recipe on how to make the darn stuff. So, Shrek that. Actually, Edition's biomass is available, but not craftable. I'm clicking. It doesn't have a recipe. Maybe it's just generated by something? Composting canola seeds. So if we get some canola seeds, we can compost that. And we can get some biomass. Now, how do I get canola seeds? Heck, I might already have some. Let's see. Let's check your seeds. Got a lot of seeds. None of these are canola seeds, though, which is a darn shame. Alright, look. Energized glowstone will work. It's just glowstone. You melt it down in a magma crucible. You get yourself some energized glowstone. It's the best option for us, really. We're already producing glowstone as well, so it might be within our best interests to just go ahead and set up a system by which... Get out of there. That's not where you go. A system by which we just generate more glowstone than we are already generating. You'll see where I'm going with this. We just increase glowstone production, set up an automated glowstone production thing to automatically melt some of the glowstone. Not all of it, though, but some of it. Does that sound like a good plan to everybody here? Sounds like a good plan to me. But first I want to test my theory to see if this is like the greatest thing ever. Because if this is like the greatest thing ever, then that's going to be great. Energized glowstone, upside down, of course, as always. We'll plop this sucker down. Gonna right-click it with the bucket. There we go, energized glowstone. And next, we need to go ahead and grab ourselves some of the upgrades I was talking about before. You'll notice that I've gotten a bit calmer. Yeah, my blood pressure's gone down a bit. I'm feeling little bit better about life. Besides the fact that I can't, like, type anything. Besides that, setting that aside for a moment, everything's okay in the world, you know what I mean? You ever have just one of those days where you're like, yeah, you know what? Yeah. There will be theories about whether or not I'm intentionally playing this poorly to, like, make people not want to watch it anymore, because that happens in all of my series. There's always some guy who comes out and is like, I know what you're doing! Like, what am I doing? You're making the series bad on purpose, so no one cares when it's canceled! Yeah, I'm not that clever. I'm sorry, I hate to disappoint you, but no. That's not what's happening here. How many of these did I need? I just made 4 of them, but how many did I need? 4 of them. Okay, well... go ahead and make however many of them that'll make. They might come in handy again later. Ah, sweet. That one's ready right off the bat. So we've got all 3 of the major upgrades here. By which I mean 4. We've got all 4 of them. We're going to go apply that to this little doodaddy Maflopper over here and see where that gets us. Now, there's a few different upgrades we could add. But after we do this. Alright, so we've got our energized glowstone. We've got another star. Maximum power is 120 RF per tick. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on just a darn second. What if the amount shown... What if that was the maximum output after adding all augmentations? Because this doesn't seem right, does it? I don't know how much that's going to produce total. I mean, we could add a whole bunch of efficiency upgrades, theoretically, but I don't... But, you know, maybe I should just look these things up in the future. Maybe I should just try doing a bit of research before I start recording. Dadgummit. Not a word from any of you, because you know what? Darn it, we've done something great here. Let me tell you about what we've done here. We finally got a system to automatically do this. I mean, it's not super automatic, and also we probably need another hammer, because this is now like chock-a-block full of netherrack. But I mean, how much more glowstone stuff do we really need? How are we doing on prosperity shards? How many of those do we have now? I'd reckon we probably have at least a stack of prosperity shards, or more, maybe more than a stack. So we can make some more glowstone seeds if we wanted to. And you know what? I don't think we need to, because we're pretty much doing really well on glowstone at the moment. I don't think we have enough room to add any more. Yeah, so what we should probably do is build like a second farmer, and then just use this one exclusively for glowstones, and then use the other one. Maybe just recycle the one from the tree farm, and probably not, though. Use the other one for the standard essence. What do you think about that, Eddard? That could be a pretty good project. Have a second farm just for mining up essence. Oh man, we're getting real close to the moment that Meggie Friedman meets Eddard, and it's going to be incredible. Bells will be ringing, a sad what's that got to... No, this is a happy occasion when that happens, when they all meet. Who are you? No. This is a horse place only, I'm sorry. No, come back here. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to beat a hasty escape to your cow friend. I can't be bothered. Look, I think the plan is simple. The plan is to move all of that downstairs. And I guess what we should look at today are the RF pointers. I just type in pointer. How does that work for me? Look at that. Receives energy. Flux point. Interesting. I don't know how much energy. Maybe we should look it up. Flux Network. Alright, I'm on a wiki. You ready for this? The Flux Network gives you the ability to build wireless energy networks. It allows you to customize these networks and manage the flow of energy across your world, removing the need to have cables going everywhere, hence decreasing lag and saving you time. Energy can also be transferred across dimensions, making energy management simple. See, that's from the wiki. Wiki people will be happy. I'm looking up the mod. You happy now? Look at the mod. This series needs to die. Alright, I've thrown up the Flux Networks here. And we've got a whole bunch of different information. Well, first off, we've got the Flux block. Not sure what it does. Probably used in the creation of other items, though, like maybe one of these. No, not at all. Oh, obtained by throwing redstone in fire or lava. We'll see about that. So this manages our energy. This is a flux controller. We're probably going to need one of those. Ah, it uses the flux blocks. Of course it does. We've got different ways. Basic flux storage, Herculean flux storage, and gargantuan flux storage. Those are fun words. Those words are fun to say. They each build upon the next, so we'll have to have several of these to build the next, So that's good. I like the recipes like that, where I can go ahead and just build the lowest tier and then upgrade later. Flux configurator. I'm not sure if that's a necessity. Probably not, though, based by the fact that it doesn't have a recipe. And then we got a plug, which sends energy, and a point, which receives energy. And I wonder if we can just build these and move on with our lives. First off, we'll need a fire, though. And the easiest way to do that is just to grab some redstone. Nope, sorry. What am I saying? Netherrack. That was a weird slip up. I'm not even sure what would cause that. Also, we're going to need a flint and steel. It's strange that we've decided to go off on this tangent in the middle of the episode. Like, what am I supposed to title this episode? This isn't what we started off to accomplish here. I mean, it's my own darn fault. Like, I thought one thing and it turned out to not be true, which has kind of ruined the episode. But, jeez! Alright, well, this does seem to work pretty well, at least. Just maintain your safe distance. Chunk in all of your redstone that you got that you want to use. Maybe you can just kind of fly through it. Yeah, it looks like you just kind of chunk it through it. And, is that all of it? Put it out when you're done, for goodness sake. You want to maintain some level of safety around your island. Especially if it's still made of wood. Can you imagine? So these cores seem to be important. Obsidian, Eyes of Ender. Eyes of Ender will be pretty simple. We've got tons of Ender Pearls. And converting them to eyes is as easy as a bada bing, bada boom. You know what I mean? Throw in a bit of that, boom. You got a stack. Okay, well, no, we don't, because we're out of blaze. Well, you know what? We're out of blaze powder. But getting more of that's pretty simple. You know what? You get a stack of these. You watch that. Boom. You got like there you go. You want a stack of these now? Boom. Now we actually have a stack that time. It worked. Obsidian. We don't have a whole lot of, but fortunately, I can very quickly get more of it. Dadgummit. Oh man. There's my whole flow. Shoot. I've got to go get a bucket now. Put water in it. I already had a bucket with me. I had a bucket with me the whole time. I can't even believe it. Can you folks believe that? Maybe we shouldn't do flowing water. Maybe we should just have it all be solid. So fortunately, each one of these recipes is going to give us 4 of these things. So I say we just go ahead and make half a stack, because that's all the flux we've got. Oh wow, look at that. We got 38 black quartz. We should have automated that a long time ago, shouldn't we? So a block of this is going to require that we get some more redstone and then go throw it in the fire again. Which here's hoping this turns out better. You know, I could probably drop the whole stack on there, now that I think about it, but, whatever, that worked. We got, no room for your kind. I'm sorry. No room for no more pork. Pete's sake. Go ahead and cook that up. Maybe the smell of their own kind burning will drive them off. Alright, so that'll make us a, hold on, gotta make the blocks first. We'll make maybe, what, 4 or 5, 6 of these? And that'll give us a plug and a pointer. And in a theoretical world, maybe we can use the 2 of these without any sort of a management system. Like if you want just a real simple solution to all this. So back over here, we have got this device. If we right-click on it, it'll show no RF at all. So I think the point is to receive energy. Oh, goodness me. Alright. And then the plug is to send the energy. Now, I would think it would be the other way around. But based on a cursory reading there, this is how I think this works. So, are you set to output? You surely must be. Please select a network. No available networks. Create a new network. Above. Okay. Network connection. Home. Network selection. Create a new network above. Create a new network. We'll call it, power, I guess? Private, sure, 'cause who else is going to be using it? And we'll create it. So that's the network we want. And then we'll head on over here. I'm not sure what you would build the controller for. I'll find out in a minute. Again, I have the wiki open just in case, but let's set you up on power, I guess? You're not getting any power. You're not receiving any. Ah, of course you're not, because we need to change the front of this to orange. So you should be getting power now. I'm not sure how to tell. It doesn't seem to have any sort of max send, max receive, KRF per tick. Is that the kilo RF per tick? Oh, yeah, okay. You're completely full of power now. Like, instantly. That's crazy. That is insane. That is way better than what we built last time. That knocks the whole socks off of... What did we build last time? Was it a dimensional transceiver? Is that what we've got? A transceiver? I think it was, yeah. Look, dimensional transceiver's still great, because you can send items and fluids with it. I'm sure we'll do that at some point. But oh my gosh! This is it. This is the future right here, this Flux plug. That's what we're using for everything from now on. Especially if we can set them up to, like, all the machines and never use power cables again. Alright, let's go ahead and build this controller here. And we'll figure out... Oh, do we need one more of these? I guess we ran out of those. Alright, we'll build the controller. We'll see how it works. Can I just throw it down somewhere? Like, if I throw it down right here, maybe? And, yeah, select a network. Okay. So select power. And now we can do all of these sorts of things. Interesting. So send mode, largest first, smallest first, default. We can change the receive mode, the transfer mode, even distribution, surge, hypersurge, God mode, no transfer. I don't know what that means. Alright, so I'm on the wiki again, for those of you who like those sorts of things. It says, the Flux controller is used for managing Flux networks, gives you the ability to transfer redstone flux between dimensions, and to wirelessly to wireless charge your inventory, etc., etc. Default, if it's selected, there's no specific order to energy receiving. This means that it will send energy to each point in order, respecting the max RF per tick of both the plug and the point. The order is initially the order. Each plug point is chunk loaded. When their respective chunk is unloaded, they will not be recognized by the system, blah, 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 blah. This is a lot to read. If you care about it, you can go read about it yourself. Okay, I basically understand this. I get a basic idea of how all this works. We'll leave all of these on default. The send mode, the receive mode, we'll leave those on default. Transfer mode, we'll just leave on even distribution. That's perfectly fine. Apparently, we can increase the maximum here, but... I mean, I don't know if we can. We could try. Apparently, we can. Boom, we've done it. We've increased the maximum, but I don't know to what end, what advantage. As for energy storage, these things look cheap. I can't find... I'm on the official wiki right now. It doesn't tell me how much each of them stores, but I figure we might as well go ahead and give it a try. We've already got energy storage mostly figured out, so this is not at all necessary for us. How many of these things... Oh, goodness. Okay. Do we have enough to make these now? No. Anyway, it's not like we're hurting for a way to store power, but if this turns out to store like a good amount of power and it's cheap, we might try using them a little bit. Especially if it stores them just like in the network. If we can set them up anywhere and just have power pump into them and then point them out. I don't know. We'll find out. Boom. All right. So we've got our basic Flux storage. Throw that down, and I'm assuming all we've got to do is connect it up to a network. Power? Okay. Local buffer. Does it have power now? I would assume. I don't know. It's connected up to the network, so here's how my assumption would work. That's going to fill up with energy relatively quickly, because we have a lot of just free energy floating around. And then it doesn't seem to have... Yeah. I'm just guessing here, because there's not a lot of information published on the website. But my guess is energy is being sent here probably by that plug, because that's the thing that sends energy, correct? If I'm not mistaken. That's the ticket, the Flux plug. It's probably sending energy over there. And then maybe once the main source of energy runs dry, which it's not going to, but if it did, the point over here would start extracting it from there, which is an interesting idea. Is this thing even running, though? What are we at? 53? It says we've got energy. Yeah, I'm assuming it's running. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Just connected and collected another one. Went from 53 to 54, so it is running. And we got a lot of power. Well, listen, folks. I do want to apologize for nothing. No, I'm kidding. No, I do want to, because I kind of went into these 2 episodes thinking that I had enough just loose ideas that I would be able to craft a coherent, fun episodes, 2 coherent, fun episodes, and my lack of preparedness did lead to me being a bit dumbfounded by a couple of things, and that's my fault. I take responsibility for that, and I apologize for the lack of cohesion and through point. But we have learned and accomplished some great things, just as a reminder, because I can hear the outrage in the comments. Maybe in this instance, perfectly valid, but we did finally get a system here, so if we need more of that, in fact, if we want to, we can just throw some more of this in there, just to have a bit of fun with it. We got this set up. It's not a perfect system. Probably need a dedicated hammer rather than just sharing one, but this does get the job done. And we got that set up. Maybe we never learned anything about this. We never really came to any conclusions about the Reactant dynamo, whether or not it's superior or not, and we likely never will. And again, that's fine. Not a big issue. We've tested it though. We understand that we can't pump water into it. Flux points though. These Flux Network plugs and pointers, those are really the big standouts for me over the last couple episodes. Oh, and of course we did enchant our meshes. That was pretty good. But I'm happy about this. I'm happy about what we've learned here. And what we haven't learned, and we're just making assumptions on, is also very helpful. Network buffer, 100%. That's great. Local buffer. That's good. All right. I think that's killer RF. I don't know what... Is that 256,000 RF? Is that what that means? I'm assuming. I don't know. Kilometer is 1,000 meters, right? Kilometer. Oh, shoot. Is it 100? It's definitely 1,000. Or is it? Nah, it definitely is. It's definitely 1,000. So, 256,000. Wow, that's a lot of energy in here. Goodness gracious me. We've got our max set. Okay. All right. I'm starting to wrap my head around it. When we come back next time, I don't know what we're going to do. But it's going to be better. That's my promise to you. Sometimes I break promises, though. So thank you all for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!